that I met. True story. And very people knew this ever happened. And I'm sitting at my monitor one day, and he says, "Do you know who's standing behind you?" So what are you talking about? Gordon Parks. I said, "Get out of here, I'm working." Stop playing. He says, "No, Gordon Parks is standing right behind you. He's one of my heroes." So I turn around, and he says, "Don't get up, don't get up." He walks to me. He puts his hand on my shoulder. And he says, "Never stop." I just looked at him and walked away. It was like, you're given signs from the universe, and he was one of the things that propelled me into continuing, because whenever you get depressed or something, you want to stop, and you don't stop because of those people who came along and said, "Don't you ever think of stopping." Because I'm not going to lie to you, there are times I wanted to give up because it's like hard. But then you think of the people who loved you enough to encourage you, you don't stop. And it's also your family's legacy. Could you justify stopping? Hell yeah. Is it unfair? Yes. If you don't fit in certain boxes, is it prejudice? Yes. Are there people who don't like it because of the color of your skin? Yes. Are people who don't like it because you're as smart as them? Yes. So? I mean, if the boogeyman has got his foot on your neck, you have one of two choices. He's 10 times bigger than you. So you could say, he's 10 times bigger than me. He's 15 foot tall. And my neck is cracking. I might as well surrender and go. That's one choice. Or, if his foot is near your mouth, you can bite his toe. I choose toe biting. Because you know what? The boogeyman's toe tastes good. It really does. Those little meaty and chunky. It's good.
It's a light snack.
Like a little,
yeah, it's a little snack, yeah. Has meditation helped you notice gratitude? Because I think some people see signs that do tell them to keep going, and it sounds like you've taken certain things and really taken that to heart and know that this wasn't just a coincidence, or this was, I was meant to hear this, I was meant to have this hand on my shoulder, I was meant to have someone take away my journal and what seems like a bad thing, and then she reads it and it's personal, but then something great comes of it.
Meditation saved my life. I was taught meditation, transcendental meditation, TM, by a good friend of mine. I was in a Broadway play and doing very well, but I'd gotten into drugs because there were times in which the struggle was so difficult, although I was working, and challenges and blah, 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 just overwhelmed. And it ended up at a point where in a Broadway play, and I'd be late to work. They told me, don't be late anymore. And came late again, and they said, you're not substitute, but your understudy's going in. And I got pissed off and da-da-da-da-da-da. And my friend who saw this said, Bill, you're sinking fast. Man, you have to do something. I said, like what? He says, I know you like the drugs and alcohol, but try meditation. I said, you're one of those woo-woo people. What? Get the hell out of here. So it got worse. And then she said, try it. Okay, I'll try. So I tried it a couple of times. It was interesting. I was still taking drugs and alcohol. And then after around a month, she said, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. She said, if you meditate for 6 weeks without taking any drugs or alcohol of any kind, and if you still want drugs and alcohol after 6 weeks, I'll buy you an ounce of anything you want. I'm thinking, oh boy, an ounce of anything I want? Are you kidding me? I'll take this bet, would you? I just knew it was going to work. It wasn't going to work. First 2 weeks, I felt something. It was like, I don't know, a little more ease, less stress. Second and third week, more focus. Fourth and the fifth week, the peace that I was getting out of the drugs and alcohol, I was getting through meditation and more. I was getting a deeper sense of something I can't even explain. I haven't touched drugs or alcohol since that day, and that was in 1974. Became a TM teacher. It's changed my life to, I can't even tell you, it's hard to explain. I could tell you more stories about what I've been through, but that was God working again, showing me transcendental meditation and changed my life for my own salvation. Like the lady who asked me to turn around, and Miss Walker and Dr. Hall, and I recognize these things, and some people think I'm crazy because I say, well, God is doing this. Well, what should God look like? I don't know. I know He's there. I trust because there are things that have happened that I know. I'll give you another example. It's in my book.